but a very important message that was a revelation that got to me in the last couple of days, and I've been analyzing about it. And it's the fact of sometimes our world, our exterior world, can expand even faster than our mind can realize it. And what I mean with that is, I had this dream, and I don't want to share too many details about the dream. It was something very personal, but I want to share the message. The message was clear, and the message was that to myself and to yourself. So it does not matter what you do, how big you can grow, how much power you can have, and how far away you can advance. Never, listen to me, never lose your essence. And what is your essence? Is that treasure deep inside of you that sparks your soul, that person that just is, doesn't need to have, but is, like a human being. A human being, it's a human being, not doing. So the essence is that part of us that no matter what we do or we don't do, who we do it with, where we do it, we're still deserving to have this human being that we have here. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I don't want to get too outside of track, but the message of this video is simple and direct and short, to the point. Doesn't matter how far your world can expand, make sure that you're giving yourself enough time for your mind to catch on that expansion. Your identity, it's an accumulation of many different phases, many different layers, kind of like an onion. You know that an onion, it's a full onion together combined of multiple different layers that create this one onion. And in order for you to be able to eat it right and absorb its most nutrients, you have to peel it off one by one layer until you get to that one layer where you're actually supposed to eat. So the same thing happens with identity. And that idea, putting it together with this other idea that I have on my mind about being a leader. Being a leader can be in your family, in your community, in your work, in your city, in your nation. We are all leaders to someone else. The extensity and the size of that community that we leader changes, but we are all essential leaders to at least one person, right? And with that leadership role, depending on the extent of that community that you need to lead, you're going to have to embrace different areas of yourself, different talents, different responsibilities, and yes, just a wider extensity and amplification of your persona. So when you see someone either on a stage, on a podcast, doing a live video on Instagram, whenever you see a leader in their area, you're gonna see an amplification of that person's qualities. It does not mean that it's a different person. It just means that it's a person with the same essence, the same qualities, the same talents, the same mistakes, but amplified. Why? Because the stage where that person is currently at calls for that expansion. Okay. I'm getting into the car wash, so they're giving me directions on how to drive right. But so moving forward, guys, as I follow the directions here, good. So yeah, so basically the point that I wanted to give with this short, straight to the point video is that don't forget about your essence. And also, don't feel bad if the stage that you're being put into is asking you to expand. You can expand and continue expanding and evolving and growing and growing and evolving and evolving. There is no limit, there is no ceiling, because once you reach that ceiling in your mind, now it becomes the new floor. I'm thinking in Spanish. Once you